Hello, world builders. Hello, everyone. Good to see you today. Today is another Fired Up show. We are super excited. We are thankful to God for another opportunity. Guess what? I am fired up. I am super duper, super duper fired up today because you know why? We are what talking about today is going to be special. It's going to be different, right? And of course, it's something that you've been aware. Uh, guess what? We are talking about our book today, which is Get Fired Up. See, Get Fired Up, and then we'll be reviewing it. This is going to be interactive because guess what? If you have read this book, if you have gone through it, even if you've not finished it, you're going to be getting more value into the book. For people that are just joining us, thank you. For our returning community members, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for joining. I want you to put in the chat where you are joining us from. Put in this chat. Let's see you. Let's see where you are joining us from. This is your girl LolaWealth. I am not just coming up as your host today, but I'm also coming up as the author of the Get Fired Up book. So, it's going to be interesting. Shout out to my team members. Toby is here as well, and also all our team members, making sure that this life, comes to life. Let me put it that way. So I want to say thank you. Thank you everyone for joining us. Yes, so put in the chat where you are joining us from. Put it in the chat where you are joining us from. I know we have a global family, and I want you to put in the chat where you are joining us from. Yes, 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 yes. Put in the chat where are you joining us from. From US, from Nigeria, and of course we have people joining us from LinkedIn Live, and of course we have people joining us from YouTube. So we have global audience as well. So put in the chat while we get started. Today's conversation is going to be very interesting. I'm going to be sharing key facts, key nugget, and also some things that I will be referring you to concerning this book. So I will be holding this book like all day today, making sure that, if you have not gotten this book, this is another opportunity for you to get it. In fact, I'm doing something very special. You can get this book and read for free because you joined today, and of course because I want more people to have access to this content. So I really want you to get into the book, do more of reading this quarter. This is Q2. Today is May 21st. Guess what? May is going to an end as well. How about you get the last 10 days of this month and just use it to consume this, and it's going to change the trajectory of your finances. I'm telling you, I promise you. So if you are here joining us, let me pull up the comment. I want to see where are we all joining us from. Put in the comments where are you joining us from. I'm here, so I'll be reading all comment, and also I'll be making sure that you are not just you joining you today. Joining my the live today is going to be very, very valuable for you. It's going to be very valuable for you. All right, so we might not go chapter by chapter, but I'm going to at least dive deep into the first three chapters, right? What are the things that you should be looking at? And then also the lessons and the quotes, some things I should pay attention to. But more importantly, I'm going to share with you my favorite chapter in this book. I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite in this book. And of course, some of you've heard about my story. Guess what? We're going to be touching on that as well again, because there is no Get Fired Up. There is no Fired Up Accelerator, Fired Up System Accelerator. There is no 5 stream of income. There is no all of this on unless or except and until I share my story, because that is what inspired me to write about this book, right? And this has been tested, it's been um, shared and deployed by hundreds of professionals. And of course, it's going to get to thousands, it's going to get to millions, but you know what? We are just getting started. So, and the Bible said, do not despise the days of little beginnings. So, guess what? We are here, we're starting. And of course, I'm so grateful to God for the professionals that I've been able to work with as well, that we are doing this together. You know, we are holding them by the jugular. I am holding them by the jugular because they say, you know what? I want to be different. Lola, because you do it, I can do it. I have a lot of friends, a lot of professionals that are women, that are African and diaspora, that say, it is possible. We are changing the mindset. Put it in the chat if this is true for you, that you don't have to wait until 65 before you start to live life. You can live life on your own terms. So today is different. Today is different. I'm going to be personal. I'm going to be sharing some vulnerable moment, and of course, sharing some powerful nugget. So, just like I said, I'm your host and also the author of this book today. So I'm bringing this book, my show, Get Fired Up, to my show. For some of us, this is the first time. For some of us, I've shared about this, we've read about, we've even prayed over, on from this as well. Let me see, from the wealth and wisdom declaration, we declare, we pray over our finances, over everything that concerns our personal finances and businesses. Guess what? It's here in the book. So we've used this book over and over. But now, because last week you get to know who LolaWealth is, some of us, we are just joining this community. You're like wondering, what is Get Fired Up? What is fire? What is fired up, right? We are going to be distilling this. So part of what Fired Up movement has birthed is this book. In fact, this book birthed Fired Up movement, I would say, right? Because every time you hear about fire, it means financial independent, retire early. So fire is not just the flame, or is not the flame fire, is an acronym for FIRE, financial independence, retire early. And what the Fired Up movement is now doing is, because we are changing the narrative, because there is a movement called Fire Movement. And this Fire Movement, what they do, which I was part of them, was to when you were in corporate, you were working, you are saving so much in the earlier years while you were working, so that you have so much and enough by the time you say, you know what, I want to take some step back from corporate or from work, so that you can now start to do something that gives you more meaning, more fulfilling and purpose. And then you are doing that, and you don't have to rely on the paycheck. That is the real fire movement. The real fire movement, right? You save, and some people even go to the extreme of saving very, they are living on so small, because they want to achieve that $1 million, 10 million, 5 million, $4 million retirement in their account. They want to achieve that. So they have to live small, but our own is different. We will live okay now. We will live your best life right now, and of course in the future. And that is what Get Fired Up is. So that is what Fired Up movement is about. But get fired up, building wealth, escaping 9 to 5 trap, and living life on your own terms. What this book is all about real story on how to build wealth, because it's not audio, it's not theory, it is real action. You have to take step. You have to get your hands dirty. You have to roll your sleeve and say, you know what? I want to come out of living paycheck to paycheck. I want to actually assess and attain the financial independence. I was sitting at my desk at Microsoft I would say some years ago now, because it's been about about 2 years. I left corporate, and guess what? the salary was okay. It was 6 figures. The role was okay. The title was okay as a product manager at that time. I had a degree. In fact, I graduated with 3.91 GPA. I'm an immigrant mother, a woman. I have 3 kids, and everything around me suppose is a life that some people dream of. In fact, it was my own dream life because I wanted to work in one of the top leading company, IT company in the world. So let me tell you, all that was the dream that I wanted for myself, and I achieved it. But guess what? I was hollow. I was hollow. Not because I was unhappy. There are some days I'm happy. There are some days I'm unhappy. I'm grateful. And I've been grateful because of that opportunity. Remember, nothing is given to us except it is nothing we own or nothing we have, except it is given to us. Do you see? But it was just hollow. I was hollow. I wasn't living the fulfilled life that I really want to live. On the paper, it looks successful, and I know that. But every single day, I look at myself and say, is this how I want to continue for the next 20 years? Is this how I want to continue for the rest of my life here? My best hours went to a company that I love so much. I love their culture. My children got what, and my husband, of course, my family, they get whatever is left out of me, because every day I'm spent. When I say you are spent, like energy has gone out of me. One evening, I asked myself the question that changed everything. And that's the same question I'm asked. Like, is this how I will continue? Is this what I want for the next 20 years? I look at it, I said, nah. Even if I get another job, because then I was looking at, okay, getting into AWS. And I started asking people at Amazon, and they were like, no, don't come here. And I was like, what the? Yes, I would say, what the heaven, not what the hell. So when I said no, this is the book that became the no. That no became this book. And today, on this show we are in, I will walk you through the most important ideas inside this book. Just like I said, we're not going to be sharing everything, but we're going to be sharing the heart of it. All right? I want you to drop in the comments. Yes, drop in the comment right now. Have you already read this book? And I asked that question some minutes ago. Have you read this book? If you have read this book, let me know in the chat. If you have not, say, I haven't read this book. I want to see it in the chat. I want to see it in the chat. Have you read this book? Have you read it? Or is it today the first time you are hearing about this book? Let me hear from you. Let me hear. I want to read from you. I want to read from you. Let me pull up my chat. Okay, put in the chat. Some of us are joining, and I hope we are on YouTube as well. So put your comment there. Let me see. All right. So while you are dropping your comment, thank you so much for people that have joined. Thank you, Deboyeja. Thank you. Well, okay, Miss Harris. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, I have not read it. Okay. I'm going to be sharing a link. At least you can get to read this book for free because you joined me today. Thank you. You'll be getting that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you will love to. I would love to give to you. And of course, if you want to order on Amazon, you can anywhere you are in the world. US, UK, Canada, Australia. you can have access to this book, even in Nigeria, in uh, uh, African space as well. You can get it. Yes, so we will be sharing the link with you shortly on how to read for free. Read for free. And of course, if you want to get the hard copy, Roven Heights have it. SBA Publishing House have it in Nigeria. All this, you can get it shipped to you or web built to you anywhere in Nigeria as well. So I'm super excited. The first big idea in this book is the one that unlocks everything for me. Most people hear about fire. If you are hearing about fire today, financial independent, retire early. This is your first time you're hearing it today. Guess what? Congratulate yourself because it's possible. One of the ideas that I share is it is not for the selected few. Financial independence is not for the selected few. It's not for the wealthy. It's for every one of us. But we have to be intentional about it. Most people hear about fire and they think it is for the minimalists. It is for people that just want to be like, just live a stringent life. People who live on rice and beans and retire to a cabin in the mountain. That is not what the book teaches. But some people there in the corporate, they think, okay, let me just live very small life right now and then go and live a bigger life later in years. No. What Fired Up is and what I'm sharing again with you today is this. Fired Up movement is you can live your best life today. In the Fired Up framework, which means that you're designing a life so fulfilling, so aligned with your purpose. It is so structured by your values. And it is structured in such a way that you cannot escape from that life. That is the kind of life you want to live. Do you see? This is a life that you are not retiring from, or you are referring from something. You are stepping into something, stepping into fulfillment, stepping into what brings joy and peace to you. When you hear early retirement, it's not an ending. Let it sink in for a moment. It's an expansion. More space, more presence, right? More of the work that actually lights you up. Remember, I talked about it. You are not just retiring to a cabin somewhere in one island no, it's about retiring or stepping into something bigger. Fulfillment. More of the people who actually matter, they have gone into this one. My mentor, Laura, she's the one that forwarded this book. She wrote the forward for this book. She says something about wealth, that wealth is built through asset and cash flow, not paycheck and hope. Hope is not a strategy. And I've shared it here. Hoping that things will that is not a strategy. Right? So the first question this book asks you is this: what are you building this for? What are you building this for? What are you building the wealth for? Wealth is built, through asset, through cash flow. But for you, what are you building wealth for? I hope it's not hope, and I hope it's not for paycheck. Let me share with you what financial independence without fulfillment is. Financial independence without fulfillment is like tending a garden with no seed. You are just laboring, watering it, watering the grass, taking out the weeds and all of that, but there is no seed in there. You can water the ground all day, till the ground every day. You can water it faithfully, doing it morning and evening. But if you never planted anything, meaning, if you've never planted something meaningful, nothing lasting will grow. Chapter 3 of this book talks about, let me quickly share, fulfillment beyond the paycheck. You will see it here. So we all start from somewhere, right? But we have to grow from that paycheck and grow into fulfillment. And there is something here in chapter 3 that you will get to know if you read this book. Is I call it the 4 dimensions of fulfillment. What are the 4 dimensions of fulfillment? One is purpose. The second one is growth. The third is contribution. And the fourth is connection. Every one of you listening, and for people that are going to rewatch this, this is my challenge to you today. You know your salary. That one is so clear. You know what is coming in. You know your job title. Do you know which of these 4 dimensions your financial plan is actually funding? Is it the connection? Is it growth? What is it? Purpose? Is it contribution? Do you know which of these 4 dimensions your financial plan is actually funding? That is the heart of this book. Fired up. All right. Did you see? That's the heart of this book. Fired up. Put in the chat. Have you? Yes. Thank you. I'm seeing some comments here. It's great. Put in the chat. What are you building for? Put in the chat here. What are you building for? What are you building for? Are you building for growth? Are you building for connection, for contribution, right? Because the 4 dimension of fulfillment is this: purpose. And I will stay on purpose for so long, because nothing we do out of purpose that is going to bring fulfillment to us. So the first key thing is purpose. So what are you building for? Put in the chat. I want to read from you. Put in the chat. What are you building for? What are you building for? All right. Let me quickly share the big idea. I've shared it here before, and I will still stay on it. I will share it again. One paycheck is fragility. You can be earning 3,000, 250,000, 500,000 if it is only single stream of income. All right. Thank you, Miss Harris. Wealth, growth, and purpose. Thank you. That's true. Purpose is the center of everything. All right. So let's get back to the main big idea. If you don't take anything out of today's conversation, which I know you will take so many things out of, but today's conversation center, that is the big idea when it comes to this book, right? One paycheck is fragility. And every page of this book, you are going to read that. That runs through, even when it comes to everything fired up movement. You can't rely on one paycheck. That is why your wealth architect is here. Wealth system architect, LolaWealth, is here, right? To have that, establish that second stream, third stream, fourth stream of income. A single income is not security. A single paycheck is not security. What is it? What is it? Can someone guess what it is? Put in the chat. What it is? It is called exposure. It is called exposure. If you've been here on this show, you will know, because I've talked about it over and over. A single paycheck is not security, it is exposure. And I am telling you, and I'm saying it as someone who had a great paycheck, Microsoft salary, benefits, stability, health insurance, everything, is really, really good. And I looked at that salary one day and I thought, one company's decision, which eventually did happened, one reorganization, one health crisis, and the entire life someone has built is unraveled all of a sudden. Over the night, everything is gone. Do you know that 65% of millionaires have at least 3? And that's why here in this book, I talk about the 3 map, right? 65% of millionaires, of people that are, I would say, self-made millionaires, actually, because there are so many research around it, right? But for self-made millionaires, 65% of them have establish 3 streams of income. Because guess what? They do not leave their future in the hands of a single paycheck or single income or single stream of income. Neither should you. And that is why I am here screaming, shouting, talking, begging, letting you know the value in you, expressing yourself in multi-dimension when it comes to your income. And I think I even shared with you how God, in the beginning, when the stream that comes from the Eden broke out into 4 waterheads. Did you see? One to the land of Avila, to the land of gold. Even our God is a multi-dimensional God. So why should you have one income? Why? And I keep referencing it over and over and over. I'm a person of faith. And I share it from my own value as well. So I hope you get something from there, that one paycheck is very, very fragile. If you check here, you will see the fired up stream map. The fired up stream map has 4 lanes of income that when you build all of this together, it takes you from financial fragility to financial freedom. Do you see? The first one is skill to cash. And that's the fastest lane. You already have one skill. At least go get good at that. And maybe that is why and how you are employed right now to your 9 to 5. Whatsoever it is, the first lane, when it comes to the fired up stream map, is your skill to cash. And I get that from my mentor, Laura. She wrote a book about put more money in your pocket. I think I have the book somewhere. And talks about how you develop your skills so much that you get paid for it. That is one stream of income that is already endowed. If you need someone to help you bring it out, LolaWealth is here. There are so many people that can help. Even AI is there that will help you to at least get some clarity. If you don't want to use a coach or a mentor, it's free. It's at your disposal. That you can right now begin to express yourself through your skills, and then you get paid for it. So skill to cash is the fastest lane. You have skills right now, today. That skill, you have it. Someone will pay for it outside of your job. You can consult, you can coach, you can teach, you can tutor, you can speak, you can write. Look at the skill that you have. Some of us have organizational skill. Some of us have connection skills. Look at what you are good at, that when they wake you up at night and you stand up, you can do effortlessly. And some of us, we still have to sharpen our skill because we have it there. Remember, the gift and the calling of God is without repentance. So you have it inside of you. You just need to brush it up. Be on the cutting edge. Guess what? You will get paid. And it's easier said, but you just have to be intentional about it. The second lane is digital asset. You build it once and you earn repeatedly. I was hearing one of my coaches. If you've heard about, you might have heard about him. Is a kingdom businessman. His name is Myron Golden. And today was talking about how you build your digital real estate. Was comparing the physical estate, if you're going into real estate, and the digital one. And he talked so much, expanded so much on digital asset. And he was sharing how books he has written in 20 years is still giving him 6-figure year over year. He was telling us about how we can, what will it take for you to host a website that's going to be paying you maybe $50 a month, because you pay for the domain, you pay for the hosting and all of that. But you set up your website online. You can sell physical products. You can sell services. You can sell digital products. And it was explaining us, opening our eyes to see. And I was just like sharing, like, that's true. We just have to be intentional about it. Do you see? And if you start it right away, give it some time, because everything worth doing is what, investing that time on. Digital asset, you build it once, you earn repeatedly. We talk about courses, templates. Some of us, we are so good with Excel. Some of us are so good with coding. You can help people. You can help them build website. You have digital skill that you can, earn from. Books, you can write books, ebooks, audiobooks, products. And this is how your knowledge scales beyond your working hours. Remember, I'm not even saying come out of your 9 to 5 right away. No, but right now, with what you have, you can establish that lane. And what is that lane? The first one we talk about is skill to cash. The second lane is digital assets, right? And then the third one, the third one is asset-backed streams, right? Asset-backed, and this one requires money. It requires money. That is when we are getting into real estate, we're getting into stocks, REITs. I talk about REITs a lot here as well. Real estate investment trusts, meaning that you can buy some stocks that is being owned by hotels, by data centers, by companies that is giving dividends. And it's good when you earn dividends monthly or quarterly, right? Royalties. These are asset-backed streams, your IP, intellectual property. And these are the income that does not require your daily work. You do it, and then you continue to earn from it. And of course, the fourth lane is the compounding stream. I love this one so much. Albert Einstein talk about the eighth wonder of the world. It's called compounding interest. He said, those that understand it, they earn it. Those that don't, they pay it. Where are you paying it? You want to earn compounding. I want to establish that stream that gives you compounding, or that helps you multiply your asset compoundingly. Talk about index funds, retirement accounts. And these are multipliers that build wealth while you sleep. We grow into it, though it's not overnight. It's not overnight. It's not something that I say, Lola, in 2 years. Maybe in 2 years we'll start to start. But these are near-term, long-term kind of investment. I started small, really small. I started very small, right? I bought REITs, $50, $200. I started small. And you can start as well from wherever you are. I opened a Shopify store online. I became a licensed insurance agent, and I can talk about it, help people do annuities, roll over their 401ks, establish a life insurance for them, term, whole life, universal life, talk about anything, depending on what my clients want. I became licensed insurance agent in my resident state, not at once. I didn't do all of this one time, but one after another, one stream at a time. And guess what? They multiply. Those streams multiply. So this book says the way how you will do it. Start with 3 streams. You can even start at least maybe one right now, because you're already clocking in, or maybe you have your 9 to 5, or maybe you're an entrepreneur, right? You're already having a way to earn right now. First of all, solidify that. Right? And then the next stream of income, another stream of income I'll talk about, is the stream one, so that you can, begin to use what you have. So, but at least before the end of this year, action plan, establish 3 streams of income, at least 3 streams of income. And you can start to build them, right now. Don't build them at once. Maybe Q2, you are, focusing on that. Q3, focusing on, by the end of 2026, at least you have a basis for them. And then from the next year, you now begin to strengthen one stream after another. And you know what? Let's compounding do what compounding does. It is going to compound. Your effort is going to compound. Your time is going to compound. The value you're putting into it, the knowledge you are using to learn, the knowledge you are carrying, everything is going to compound. And start saving as well. If you want to get into funds, mutual funds, stocks, and all of that, start as small as whatsoever you have. I tell people, start with $200, start with $100 a month. You can start, even if you're US here, you can start with index funds, right? And all of this one, even if you start with $200 per month, in 30 years, you would have had $500,000 compounding for you. At least would have compounded. That is the speculation, or that is the what is projected. So the question I want for you today, put it in the chat, is not can you afford it? The question is, and I want you to put it in the chat, what is it going to cost you if you wait? What's the cost of waiting? You say, okay, I will do it next month. I will do it next week. Can you imagine? I forgot to turn on my light. Let me see. Let me turn on my light. Let's see. Oh, that's good. Can you see me well? Okay, let me see if I can turn this one on. Okay. I think it's better now. Can you see me well? Okay. Okay, now I forgot. You see, that's what happened when you are live, All right. So drop in the comment. I want to see in the chat, how many income streams do you currently have? Put in the chat, how many income streams? Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? How many income streams do you currently have? Or is it more than 3? Some of us, we have more than 3. Be honest. No judgment here. Put in the chat, both on LinkedIn and on the YouTube. Put it in the comment. Even if you are watching this replay afterwards, I wanted to still put in a comment. And this is where you start. This is where you start. All right. I'm going to run very, 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 very fast, talking about the another main idea here in this book. And I will tell you, is my favorite. Is my favorite. And I'm most proud of it. In this book, is my favorite. Is the scarcity mindset. And not just the scarcity mindset, the tax, because scarcity mindset is taxing you. It's getting some things from you. You don't know it. Okay, thank you for sharing that. You have 2 streams of income. Good. I want to see more. Your goal to before the end of this year is to have 3, establish 3, and let it be running well. All right. Okay, good. So scarcity mindset tax, I shared with you here in the book, Overcoming the Scarcity Mindset. Scarcity mindset is a mental condition. I have watched doctors, high earner professionals, 6 figures, tech professionals drowning in financial anxiety. They are earning well. They are earning enough, but they believe they cannot, do more, or they believe it's not enough. Right? And I keep saying it over and over. You have to free yourself of that mental blockage. There are so many scarcity mindset, and I've shared them even as well. Growing up, cut your coat according to your size. Don't reach for what is above you. Money doesn't grow on tree. All of these things. They are forming, our brain is neuroplastic, or neuroplasticity, what they talk about, like what you tell yourself, the lie you tell yourself will even become true. And you can unlearn some things, right? This book It's going to help you relearn, unlearn some things. Sometimes you get those whisper, don't invest. It's too risky. It's too this. It's too that. You have to believe and you have to know what the truth is. There are facts and there are truth. Right? Have a mindset shift. Abundance is the number one thing that you can start to begin to use to rewire your brain. And abundance is a decision. You decide. Abundance is a decision. The moment you decide, not because of what your account is looking like, not because, I'm expecting this promotion, or this condition is not perfect, or I want this condition to be, when I do this, or one day once I do this, all of those things come. Not when the conditions are perfect, but the moment to decide that tomorrow can be bigger than today. Have that abundance mindset. Everything begin to shift for you. That my today is better than my yesterday. I read a quote in this book that I want to read to you. And the quote says that abundance trusts tomorrow enough to discipline today. Let me tell you that again. If you get that, I want you to put it in the chat. Abundance trusts tomorrow enough to discipline today. Abundance trusts tomorrow enough to discipline today. And that is the mindset of fire. That is the foundation of everything that is built in this book. Delayed gratification. But we don't have to live small. It's a system we are building here. So next week, we are going to get into the part 2. Part 1 we did today, and I am so mindful of our time, right? I will talk about the system, the money mastery. We go into depth next week, right? Talk about fired up accelerator system. I talk about the 4 pillars: make money, manage money, multiply and protect money, the money with meaning. Get into it next week. If I want my team members to put in the chat the link where you can get this book and read it for free, and then the Amazon link if you want to order it as well. Put it in the chat. You can have access to all the things we talk about today: the abundance mindset, overcoming scarcity mindset. There are declarations here that will even help you. So you are not just reading and just having that information alone, but you are declaring with your mouth, because there is power of life, and that is in the tongue, right? So the power of life is in your tongue. You declare it, you speak it. Because you are coming out of scarcity mindset. I am coming out of scarcity mindset. Because guess what? It's not a one-time thing and you don't know. It keeps coming back. And you keep declaring because you know the truth. Do you see? So we'll go dive deep into that next week, into the second part, which is the fired up accelerator system. Make money, manage money, protect money, money with meaning. We'll get into that. But I have some question here. Yes, please put in the chat. Okay, let me put it. Let me quickly get it for you. I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay. So yes, so everyone, I want you to go ahead, put it in the. You'll be able to get it. This is it. And then okay, let me put it here. Okay. So that's it. Let me know if you can get it. Okay, so that's the book there, the free copy. You can read it for free, and then you get it. So I hope you've been able to get that. I put it in the chat. Can you get that, Miss Harris? And other people asking for it. All right. So I get some question here that I quickly want to answer before we call it a day here, right? Where can I get the book? Of course, you can get the book everywhere on Amazon, and of course, I'll drop the chat here. And by the time we are off the live, I'm going to put it at the description and at the comment section so that you can get access. If you want to read the book for free, and if you want to get the hard copy, you can get that. Okay. How do I know if I am ready for fire? Good question. That is exactly what chapter 10 does. Okay, so let me put in the chat as well, because chapter 10 talks about the assessment. Okay. So what, you did not see it? Okay, let me get on the this, but don't worry, I'm going to drop it for you, Miss Harris, so that we can quickly get out of here. So we're going to put it in the chat for this conversation here, the conversation we set up. All right. Okay. So chapter 10 talks about the assessment. So the assessment as well, we're going to drop the chat as well. So the assessment is here, is in the book. You will be able to answer the lightweight version of it. You'll be able to do that. And also, if you want to really dive deep into how long will it take you to know your fire, or to get to your fire, guess what? We have a standalone assessment, which I put in the chat. Let me try and click on show. Can you see the show? If you can see it, that is the website. You can look at it. And then this is the book as well. If you can see it, I'm highlighting it for you to see. All right, so you can get the assessment. Is a standalone. I put it in my bio. You can see it everywhere, so you can do the assessment. It's not clickable. Expect it. Okay, expect it in your DM. Yes, you will. All right. I have a question here that says, I have debt. Is it too late to start fire? No. Chapter 5 covers that, which we're going to get into as well from next week. But you can read this and you can start to talk about, look at the strategy to use, talk about the snowball effect, the avalanche effect, on our method on how you can pay off your debt quickly. That is not the end of your fire journey. This is the beginning of it. So the earlier, the more aware you are to clear off your debt, the better for you. Do you see? Because getting clear on what you owe is the first act of financial design. That awareness is key. That awareness is key. I have another question here that says that, what if I only have one income stream right now? Then you are exactly what this book, is written for. Start with skill to cash. That first lane that I talk about in the stream map, that is where you should start from. What do you know that someone will pay for? That is your first stream. And your first stream is the beginning of everything. If you earn the first one, you do the first stream, you establish it, the second one is going to be easier. All right. So can I answer one more question before we go? One more question. We have just 1 more minute, and then we call it evening. All right. I'm an immigrant. Does this apply to me? Absolutely. I have here in chapter 8 in this book that is written specifically for immigrants, for African in diaspora. If you are in another country and you are starting all over again, right? I wrote this book as an immigrant myself. Your restriction is your asset. Your restrictions are not your limitations. They are your runway. They are track for you to run on. So this book shows you exactly how, which I love so much, because we have excuses. The reason why we shouldn't do what we're supposed to do. But this book is going to help you, even as an immigrant, even wherever you are right now, even if you are planning to travel or to migrate, right? African in diaspora professionals, this book is for you. All right, before I let you go, 3 things. Number 1 is get this book, get the hardcover, get the soft copy, get the free version, read, just get it. They just get it. Get it, get it, get it. All right. Second thing is to, if possible, take the assessment before our next call, before the Fired Up show next week. All right. I have it in my bio. I have it in the comment as well. Take the assessment. All right. Take the assessment, and then let me see. All right. So take the assessment. It takes 10 minutes. For the short one, just maybe even 5 minutes or less. So take the assessment, know where you are on the journey. And of course, the third thing I want you to do is please share this episode, share this, and let more people know about FIRE. Let's help more people. Tag someone who needs to hear this today. Someone who is earning hard, working hard, doing 2 jobs, striving, doing all they need to do, and they need financial freedom. But they need to design it. They have to be intentional about it. So share it with them. I want to close with something I wrote in this book, right? Consider this book as your blueprint, your companion, your empowerment toolkit. This is crafted to help you diversify your income. This helps you to build wealth, generational wealth. And of course, retire earlier decades than the norm, than the convention suggests, than the tradition, that the culture suggests. What you are holding in your hand today is more than a book. It's a system. And next week, we are going to get right into the system and how to build it. All right. Stay blessed by the blessed. I'm your girl, Omolola Oyewumi, LolaWealth, and I want you to continue to stay fired up. Thank you, and God bless you. Bye for now.